I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another day, another conscious evolution. Let me get better lighting on my face. Oh, suddenly Zen mode 5000. That is better. That is a little bit better, but it is also bright. Let's see if we can get the color temperature right. Mama, iemand zie zo. Weet niet of het om aanzien is of iets niet. Ik weet niet. Maar ik zie dat is nou. Niet zo. Just letting mom know. Hey Joy. Blessings to you. It's nice having you here. Today's stream topic, to the friends who are wondering, that are just tuning in, is going to be about patience. Specifically trying to attach it to this energy of God, right? That if God is anything, God is patient, right? If you look at the state of our reality, if you think about the time frames that reality operates within, clearly God is patient. And I believe the best, maybe the only way for us to give this world godlike energy might be by being patient. Right, and it's kind of funny. Whoever is waiting at the gate is going to have to be patient as well. Wie is het, Omansi? Is Omansi? There we go. Now his patience has been rewarded by a conclusion. It's nice having you friends here. Mojo, sending you blessings. Blessings to you too, dear Sam. Cool. If God is patient, then that means I don't have to be. Again, you know the way I try to reason in these streams. If God is patient, that means you ought to be, right? That means you cannot not be, even. Right? Like, you are that. Peppy! 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 Stop that! Stop that! Stop that! Uh-uh! Stop that! Uh-uh! 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 So dramatic. Ah! There's a stranger! Oh no, the stranger is here. Like, I'm experiencing a little bit of a trip right now where I feel like this cap doesn't have the same amount of force to keep it there than I want it to have. Which isn't that big of a problem, but I'm thinking about it and it's messing with my mind. It's testing my patience. Ah, there we go. Pippi is dogging. Yeah, she dogged. She did her thing. Hopefully she'll come to her own little natural conclusion of realizing that these people aren't here to kill us. Kill, kill, kill. Still barking. Airports, force, much patience. Very true. You cannot help but be patient if you're in the airports. Like, I don't really enjoy the energy of airports myself. I find them to be a little bit anxiety inducing. Right? Not like I'm a criminal or anything, but still I have this sense of like they're gonna notice me and be like, oh, this is one of those criminals or whatever. Let's lock him up. Let's do the locking of him up right now. Lock him up quickly before he gets on the plane or whatever. And it causes me a deep sense of, I don't know, discomfort. The patience part is not that big of a deal for me. I kind of like being patient, to be completely honest. I find it's a sense of not superiority. I don't think that's the right word. A sense of capacity when I get to be patient, right? Patience is something that you sometimes have a hard time seeing in the day-to-day world. So when you choose to be patient, it's almost like you're doing something that is hard, right? Like our beloved Sam said, what's Sam? Yeah, if God is patient, that means I don't have to be. I think it's the opposite, right? Literally, that if God is patient, that means it's the hardest thing to be, right? And as a result of that, that's why we need to strive to be more patient. Love is true. It's nice having you friends here with me. I see Simon here too. Blessings to you, our beloved brother Joe Schmo. Sending you so much love. Safe travels. I have to work today. I'm flying out to my mom's tomorrow. Bless you, Joy. I hope that you have a good flight. Good luck with the work as well today. She's too far to walk. I'll take a car ride over a public plane ride. 9 out of 10. Yeah, I like flying. Patience serves me well in that essence. I like airports. They're calm, orderly places, but they can test your patience as well. This is true. I hear ya. We move and commute however we can. But when given the option, I choose to avoid airports 100%. Yeah, like I've traveled by plane a few times now. It's not really anything that is like avoiding it. For me, it's more a finances thing, right? If it costs X to drive and if it costs half X to fly, then I'm going to fly 100% of the time because I'm saving money by flying instead of driving. If it takes an absorbent amount of time, like for instance, to Cape Town, if I wanted to go to Cape Town, not right now, but throughout the rest of the year, it would cost me like between 1,000 and 2,000 rand, right? The fuel alone, if I were to do it with a car, would be more than 1,000 to 2,000 rand, just the fuel. So on a finances basis, it makes more sense to fly. And then secondly, it will take me between 16 and 21 hours sometimes, depending on how quickly you drive, to drive all the way to Cape Town. So I save between 16 and 18 hours as well, on top of the fact that I can end up saving some money. So there's a there's a place for flying too. Might end up having to be patient, waiting for the cheaper tickets though. Keep the topic relevant, right? Patience is a learned behavior. It's a good point you're making, Simon. Patience is a learned behavior. I'm trying to absorb that information and see if it's true. Love is true. I'll start heating up my vaporizer. Patience is a learned behavior. It's definitely not something we're taught. At least not well. We're kind of taught the opposite of patience. To you friends who are wondering, it's strawberry runs. Strawberry runs is definitely one of my favorites. At least from the ones that I have right now. There we go. My intention, woo, is to be patient. Yeah. Patience it is. I see Louisiana in chat with us too, and see Connor as well. Blessings. It's nice having you friends here with me. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, just like that. It's better on this side. This is without. Need to have like hire myself a person to hold this light right up in my face like this. That's what I have to stick for. It's casting shadows that are is messing with my mind. You know what? I'm going to be patient. And I'm sure if I'm patient enough, the quality of light will change. Yeah, ching. I'll take it. I think it's a control thing. I'm in control of the car, right? Pretty much. That does actually make sense. Why we'll end up, kind of like avoiding the airplane. Like if you get on an airplane, it's like getting on a bus. Like you're not, you're just there for the ride. You're just getting on and sitting in a seat, technically. And that way, I kind of do enjoy the car rides a little bit more as well. All messages. Thank you for the reminder. Switching over. Favorite landing or taking off? I really do enjoy the taking off. I do not enjoy the landing. Right? It's just kind of nerve wracking because my mind thinks about the math, right? The fact that I am inside of a 100-ton vehicle, 100+ ton vehicle, and now that 100-ton vehicle is going from being airborne to touching ground again. No matter how you slice it, that is kind of nerve wracking. So yeah, for me, it's definitely takeoff. Landing all the way, traveling is tiresome, and I want to get to where I'm going. You enjoy the landing actually because it's like the trip is over kind of vibe. How interesting. I like sitting in a crowded airport with a beer and enjoying observing the chaos around me. I enjoy doing that too. I haven't done it with beer though. I've done it with coffee. I remember the last time I was in an airport was when I was flying back from Shanghai. I mean, I was in the airport to go and pick my mom up, but like for myself, came back from, went from Shanghai to another airport on like an island close to China. And then from that island, I flew back to South Africa. And then that second airport we landed at, coming from Shanghai, I just had this experience of also just watching people because I had like this tiered, like multi-layered, so you could see all of the busy bodies on the second layer, and you would on the second on the first layer, and you on the second layer would kind of like be in the residential restaurant area. So it was this experience of being like, oh yes, people living their lives, experiencing their own dreams, going and visiting their families. There's a certain sense of, I guess, unity, right? Being on an airport. Currently in Denver, vibing. Love to you, Connor. Hope it's a good one. Melty, for me, I feel like I experience the journey when I make the journey on road. Missing all of that scenery doesn't outweigh the convenience of speedy travel. That's true. Depends on your priorities. I don't know, maybe you say does outweigh the convenience of speedy travel. For me, it feels more like a leisurely walk instead of a horse race. Slow and steady will get will get you there too. I 100% agree. Like, and this is the way I think of it, Joe Schmo, is it's like a matter of fractal. If, for instance, hey Zano, blessings to you. Rakaba's here too. Yay, Luke, sending you love. If, for instance, I was supposed to give a lecture or go to a festival, on Sunday, right? Like I get let know today, hey Mel, we want you to come and give a lecture at this festival Sunday afternoon. Then I will probably drive through to Pretoria, get on a plane, fly down, get there, do my thing, fly back, right? Because it's a utility thing. Like technically, I'm moving myself through space to be somewhere, and after I'm there and I do this something I'm supposed to do this somewhere, I want to get back where I was, kind of vibe. However, if I have a van, and that's the ideal, that's the dream, that I've shared with a few friends that I have for myself in like 5 years. If I can afford a van in 5 years, that would be pretty cool. I'd like that, right? So with this van, I would like to do exactly as you just mentioned, take the journey in, and not even like take the journey in as like drive slowly, but like take days, take weeks to travel to Cape Town instead of just the 20 hours it takes me. Like literally spend a week on my way down, sleeping in a different place every night, with a different scene to wake up to, different spot to do yoga in front of, different place for us to stream and have conversations. So in that in that capacity, I do kind of agree with you as well. But it does depend. Literally, me yesterday drinking a 21 double whiskey, $21 double whiskey. Like you went to a bar, and for a double whiskey you pay $21. Yo, that's a lot of money, bro. I hope it was a nice one at least. For me, it feels love again. Thank you, Louisiana, for blessing our friends. Need sex. Makes me laugh every time. Need sex? It's an inside joke at this point. Airports are ant farms. Lol. Hello, lovelies. Love again to you. Worst panic attack I ever had was in flight turbulence, and the seatbelt sign came on. Well, like you're saying, panic attack, and I can imagine the amount of anxiety that you probably were experiencing in that moment. And yet, the thing that my mind goes to, Simon, is how alive you technically were in that moment. Right? Only when we're suddenly faced with death, we think about death. We see the seatbelt light go on after getting shaken while being in a plane in the middle of the air, right? That's like layers and layers and layers of considering your own mortality. And then upon really considering it, you're like, oh, feeling extra alive, but spicy, spicy alive. Bless you, Simon. I'm happy that you landed safely, bro. Turbulence sucks ass. Yeah, patience. Patience is a practice that has been learned based on the chronological progression of human mortality. When we consider the infinite existence, we realize that time is merely an illusion. How about that? I like that. Thank you, Joe Schmo, for taking us into the philosophical realm. That is an interesting thing to consider, right? Maybe God isn't patient. Maybe God laughs at what I consider patience. Because patience, in some parts at the very least, in the human experience, is something attached to time, right? Like I can be patient only because there is time. I can be patient because surely if I wait long enough, then something's gonna happen. But if you have waited for all of eternity, right? Like there's nothing to wait for. Is that the ultimate patience or is that complete lack of patience? You see what I mean? Think about it. Really think about it. If you if you could literally experience everything always, all at the same time, doesn't that mean you have a lot of patience instead of less? Are you friends absorbing what I'm trying to share right now? Like it's kind of confusing me too. Like that's what I'm hoping it does for you. I hope it confuses all of us so we can try and dig ourselves out of this. Hopefully come out a little bit more consciously evolved on the other side. If if I can experience everything, right? And I'm imagining patience again, like we've shared in stream, patience is a learned behavior, right? And Joe Schmo beautifully steered us in a direction of talking about patience as a practice that has been learned based on the chronological progression of human mortality. In other words, one, chronological, day after day, we get to experience linear life, and then also our mortality, the fact that we will die, right? So what we think of as patience is directly kind of associated, linear to our own lives. As in, I want to, this is like a service with your friends, like I want to, before I die, make sure that every person in the world has at least food to eat, has a place to sleep, has energy, access to the rest of the world, the internet, and healthcare. There's a few more of them, right? Education and stuff like that as well, but those are the core ones, right? Like basic needs. I want to make it my journey through showing up for love, through encouraging and supporting the ones I have around me by actually making that, at least in part, the reality that I'm building. I want to make sure that that is kind of like where I end up in. And I'm going to have patience, right, throughout my life to get to that point. And it would be silly of me to be so patient that I never see it, right? That I'm so patient to see the world become a better place that I ended up never showing up for the stream and I ended up never having this conversation with a few friends right now, right? That's like too much patience. And then absolutely no patience would be putting myself in an extreme state of ceaseless anxiety where I'm like, because things aren't happening quickly enough. I'm not patient enough, right? And now somewhere in the middle is being patient, but also being patient to some sort of end, knowing that I want these things to happen at least eventually. And then to bring God into that perspective, when you consider the infinite existence, we realize that time is merely an illusion. So my patience, at least from this human perspective that we're discussing it, is something informed by the linearity of life itself, by time itself. So, and today's stream topic is that God is patience, godlike patience. So, is godlike patience informed by having experienced all of it? Right? You can be patient because you actually know. You actually know it is coming. Or is that not patience? Because you know it's coming. All right? Are you friends feeling? What is that? How is that supposed to be absorbed? Let me know what you think about it. What is right? What is the right answer for you, friends? Yay or nay? Is God patient or not? Knowing all, literally all. And then to attach that to ourselves as well, right? To believe at the very least that there will be a better future and that we can patiently await that, knowing that it is so, right? Being that form of God in this world that knows everything and is patiently awaiting things to get better. I don't know if I can, with words, share like the pillar of information that is manifesting in my brain right now, but it's beautiful. Correct, Joe. And so patience is merely leaning into the illusion of time. Patience is leaning into the illusion of time. Isn't it leaning out of it though? I get what you're saying and I agree, but now I'm trying to be coy and be like, isn't patience leaning out of the illusion of time? Because if I lean into the illusion of time harder and harder, it makes it harder for me to be patient, right? Because the illusion of time, at least in my mind, when I think about leaning into it, is assigning value or believing it's true, right? Believing time exists kind of vibe, right? A minute can only pass, and I can only think of a minute being lost if a minute is believed to be existing in the first place, right? If both of us had to agree that we have only 30 minutes to have a conversation, and then we go 5 minutes over, now we look at that, and suddenly our patience runs thin because we're like, right, I said we only had 30 minutes, and now we're talking 5 minutes longer. So leaning out of that illusion of time allows us to be a little bit more patient because we're not considering it as important anymore. I'm enjoying tripping myself out about this. I hope you friends are also having a good time. Heading to work soon. Love to you. I hope you all find time to close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and breathe. To bring slower, more refreshing moments for the rest of your day. Thank you, Zano, for blessing us that way, dear friend. I've been planning a fantasy road trip in my head and, well, on Google Maps, where we can visit as many Canadian and American melt friends as possible. That sounds like such a beautiful time. I don't know how patient our friends will have to be in waiting for that, but I think they'll love it. Rosanna, I think you would too. I was just speaking of honest communication and patience being my best tools in life. Showing up every single day as an opportunity for serendipity, right, Luke? Thank you for synchronizing with me, for feeling these important kind of like, and again, all of us know it's good to be patient, right? But I'm trying to tell us that it's not only good to be patient, it's godlike to be patient, right? Literally godlike. Like it's the closest to pure you can find yourself is by being patient. And like just saying that, I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying it. And then an experience arises. I can feel the experience arising in you, friends, as I say these words. And that's what I think of as conscious evolution, right? Like it's happening for all of us. Lines are being crossed, even though we cannot really see them. Beep, beep, LA. There we go. I thought Aunt B was here for a second. Hey, Kristen. Blessings to you too. Tag me. Something about embracing the infinite reality that all of this is happening at this exact same moment. Yeah. So, patience is an illusion because all of it is happening at the exact same time. Again, that's where my previous mind went to. Like, is that patience? Because everything happens in the same moment, you have to be patient because everything happens in the same moment. Or is it not patience because there's nothing to be patient for because you're in that moment always? But if you're in that moment always, surely you will have to grow very patient. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in that moment, right? Right? No? I don't know. Please give me pointers, bro. Oh no. The only fantasy thing about it would be having the time. It would be A, having the time, and B, saving the money. Exactly. I can't imagine how expensive travel must be. I think it might be a little bit cheaper in the American continent, but still, we might meet you before anyone else. My mother-in-law would like to go back to England one more time, and I have never been. Yeah, that sounds fun actually. Going with the mother-in-law maybe. We'll take. Is that gonna happen? Are you gonna go with her? We'll take y'all on a fabulous tour of Yorkshire. That sounds fun. Melty, I dig it. But if we can experience everything all at once, I feel like that just highlights our organization skills. Patience to learn those skills. Absolutely. I feel again, even though it doesn't make sense that much, I think I think if you could experience everything at the same time, you would have to grow very patient, right? Like I think of it from the perspective of like a dad, right? And I guess this is my own brain damage, having been raised in like a Christian household. But in this analogy, I don't think of God as a white guy with a big white beard sitting on a throne. I don't think of God as that. I think of God as everything, as energy, as love. Love is that foundational energy, right? That God is literally everything you see, the trees, the people, especially the people. I feel like archetypically, the people is the closest form of God that expresses into this world. But I might be biased. Yeah, checks out. I'm 100% biased. Wow. So, like, let me communicate the dimensionality of this conversation. I believe that everything has higher dimensional entities that technically, archetypically represent them. In other words, even though there's like lions and there's tigers and there's pumas and there's like middle cats like Tierboskatte. We have a species of like big-ish cats here in South Africa, and then we have house cats, right? And then we have like small little teacup cats. There's this whole range of what we would consider cat. We would look at it and be like, oh, that's a cat. A lion might be a big cat, but it's still very cat-like, right? There's like cat features, cat paws, cat tail, cat ears, cat mannerisms. We can clearly see cat fractal in that, all right? So in my mind, if you could take an average, if you had to, and sounds weird, but let's imagine this reality as code, right? Everything is just ones and zeros. If you had to take all of the ones and zeros of all of the cats on Earth, right? If you had to put all of these cats into one place and hyperdimensionally you could overlap them, there's going to be a pattern of purity that arises, right? It's going to be the pattern of cat. And there's gonna same's gonna happen for trees, same is gonna happen for dogs, right? Our canines. I believe it can you can we can keep going with that fractal, but there's gonna be this archetypical cat energy, right? And I believe in that same way, archetypically, the people, the person, right? And it might not be humanoid, like it might not have the same facial features as us, but I do think of it as this form factor, right? Like the star form factor is like godlike in capacity. Oh goodness. Where was I going with this? The form being godlike. That is where I wanted to go, but I feel like there was something else. Yeah, the whole patience thing, right? So, as this form, as this version of yourself, thinking of God as a humanoid, even though I don't think of it as humanoid, thinking of God represented as humanoid, like a dad, right? Like the old school God is this guy in the clouds archetype. If you were experiencing everything all at the same time, you would have to have the patience of a father that has like a bunch of rowdy kids. Maybe you're a dad that decided to have a birthday party for one of your kids, and you just have kids chaotically running around you and throwing things against the walls and falling and tripping and crying and losing their minds around you. And you're just sitting still, right? You're like, maybe you're sitting at a vantage point where you can see all of this nonsense, the shenanigans happening at the exact same time, right? Like you're just seeing this. And at least for me, when I think about that, I imagine needing a lot of patience, like a lot of patience, in order to not lose my mind. So, from that perspective, I think of it as ultimate patience to experience everything in existence at the same time and just to hold the space for that, right? To lovingly hold the space for that. Yeah, the cat energy, sending your love, Melita. I don't have my stick here. I think I left it on the table. Suddenly feel, naked about it. So many friends, you're so early today. It's a blessing. Smoke them runs. Yeah. I want it now. Culture creates anxiety. Oh, yes. That it does, dear friend, unfortunately. But again, maybe the antidote to anxiety is patience, right? Anxiety can technically arise from the sense of mortality, like, oh, I'm gonna die. So if you're gonna die, hey, look at these cows, bro. Suddenly, these cows are 100% freaking breaking in right now. Hey, hey, cows. I should have freaking put my sandals on. Hey, hey, what are you doing, cows? Hey, hey, cows. One of the gates were open, I guess. Papa! Oh, bro, I'm stepping in thorns. I'm gonna have to go and chase them out. Those cows literally freaking broke into the yard to try and eat as much of the stuff as they can. Let's do that. I'm gonna go now to chase them out. Beeste het een gebrek. Gaan er gewoon uit, ja. Maar ik zie nog niet eens sleutel hier zo weer al. Weet je wat die sleutel is, hè? Die kwaad staan al zo buiten die hek. Weet je wat? Ik actually niet om nie. I just realized that I don't care. I got help to realize by the remote for the gate not being where it's supposed to be, so I guess there's just now cows in the yard. Cows, bro. There's gonna be a bunch of them now. Bro, yeah. Okay, this is my reality now. It's a cow party. Ah. This is very exciting. I'm feeling some way about it. Right? Like I think the reason I'm not feeling too great about it is because I was like 100% missioning to get them out of the yard. And then like the one rule of like there's like no there's like a few gate remotes, right? And then there's one remote that has one spot that's for the people that live in the house, and that remotes keep getting taken over and over again. Pepe, please, I don't need you barking as well right now. I don't need extra laughs. I'm laughing so much. Freaking cows, bro. Like a part of me feels kind of I don't know how to say this. It sounds kind of dark when I think about it. Part of me doesn't mind eating cows. Cows are assholes. Believe you me. You'll see them mess each other up as well. Freaking cows everywhere. Yeah. I live on a farm, did you know? Look at them babies though. Got them baby cows too. Cow plop bingo. Rolling of laughter. It truly is a blessing, Luke. Just like for me, I'm just surprised, honestly speaking. Like that's what my mind is really going through. Like these cows have literally so much room. And they found one opening, one gate, right? A gate for people was left open. And every single one of these cows made a mission to come through that gate. Right? Like what's happening? What's going through their minds? They're sneaking into the yard so they can eat lawn grass. No, no. Did somebody say strawberry runs? Suddenly the cows are all over here. What's on clicking it? Let's come on, what? Oh, Joe Bot, yikes. I think I missed a bunch. Let me scroll back up. Oh no. You see, I missed a bunch. Goodness. Okay. Uncomfortable scenario for me. Waiting in line, like at the DMV of the motor vehicles, surrounded by people, getting more impatient by the minute, stressful. Yeah, you can feel like this psychic energy as people lose their minds slowly but surely. Cows are eating the trees. Look at this freaking cow. And that cow is killing our plants. Do you see that cow? Look at this cow just absolutely fucking our plants up. I told you, cows are assholes. Like they're straight up assholes right now. They're destroying things. And like they know they're not supposed to be here. They know. Like I want that to be very clear. Like these things know what they're doing right now is not all right. It's not allowed. Don't care. Look at them. They don't fucking care. They don't even care a little bit. That cow is really hurting that plant. It's like going out of the horns. Do you see that? Look at that. She's like mangling that plant to death. Not even eating it, just mangling it. Yeah, cows are assholes. Like that stuff like that makes me be like, you know what? I'll eat you first, cow. We have a baby. Getting close though. Look at how bright that little face is with the sun shining on it. Okay. Cue anxiety, yeah. Not quite on that level of organization. I need a put energy towards what I find important. You're right, Simon. Kind of spoiled by wanted now syndrome, the instant gratification. Crack a joke to relieve the tension. Will test patience. Skillful way to inject a calming presence to counteract the impatient momentum in that room. Exactly. Being patient again can be like godlike of an energy in that moment as well that people might need, right? More than anything else. That cow was still going for that freaking plant. Now there's like small babies learning from her. And like, oh wow. Oh fuck plants up? That looks fun. I'll do that too when I grow up. We'll push each other too. Oh, freaking cows, bro. Cows everywhere, man. How am I supposed to feel about this? So many cows. There's too many cows. Oh, good. When I consider, like, weirdly enough, this does something to do with patience, right? This is patience. Am I? Is this what I'm feeling? Classic melt moment? Yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now, right? Like the universe is like, oh yeah, you want to talk about patience? How about we test your patience? How about that? How about how about you notice them destroying your plants? Thank goodness that cow stopped destroying my plant. It's still kind of wrecked, but at least it's not dead. There's still pieces of it left. I'm thinking about my cannabis sprouts right now. I think I just started caring again. I think the care just kicked in. Bruh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about this. Because nobody else is gonna. So let me go and close that gate. Pippi is defending me. Be like, don't you fucking come close to my homes. This is my homie, bro. I'll I'll point your friends there. I'll be back in a second. Joachim Biester, shouldn't I? Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come, Biesta, come. Come, go. Yeah, go. Yeah, go. Hey, go. Let's go. Let's go. turn my lights off. Yeah, I said, let's go. I guess I can get this gate open as well. Bruh. Yeah, my patience is getting tested. That's definitely what's happening right now. I'm gonna point you in that direction again. Yes, of course. There's always gonna be a few cows that don't want to listen. At least that cow is gonna exit now, because I kept that gate open. Okay. Most of them, the other ones seem to be getting the message themselves. Hey, you too. You too. That way. Yeah, that way. There we go. I stepped in so much shit. TMI. I'm sorry. At least you do not have stained toes. Oh, shame those little babies are. All right. All right. There we go. Top-notch stream, not to be missed. Thank you, Kevin. On day 1086, cows teach melt patience. One poopy food at a time. There we go. We did it. It's been done. Just thinking about how we can want something in a moment that isn't there at that moment. But being patient, it can show It has been there in one way or another, you know. The limitlessness of love. Love is true. Joe, Frank, SA cows are gangsters. They want your grass. They have plenty of grass. They literally have metric tons of grass. Hundreds of metric tons of grass. Missioning. Thank you, Lois Hannah. Thank you for blessing me with abundance. I appreciate that. That's so nice. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water, see if I can catch up with you friends. I'm laughing so hard right now. Melt, patience, cow fart request, definitely got hand. Manifested this moment of patience being the subject, dude. It's kind of funny, bro. And then I was like, I don't care. And then I realized actually I do care. When I really thought about it, I was like, you know what? Turns out I do care. If I cared not at all, maybe I would have returned to seeing my baby plants being chewed off at the nub. Chewed off and only nubs are left. You know, that would have been worse. Then I would have been angry at my patience. So I'm happy that I got it done. Thank you, Jovan. Gary Lee is here. You're disappearing. They make it disappear. I feel like that's an injustice. Why are you doing this, YouTube? I could see Jovan donating, and I could see all of the friends who accept it, and then they instantly disappear off my screen. I want to see them. I want to celebrate our friends, but thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, Xiao, for sharing. Is the best discomfort coping mechanism. Absolutely. So much love. Going to make a short film of this. That's true. They'd leave eventually and leave me mushrooms. Unfortunately, it's too dry here in South Africa for mushrooms to grow. At least those kinds. We do not have the humidity for it. Fair trade in my mind. Free range ducks in the front yard was hilarious. Lois, please do. I got to sample Mel yelling at them in Afrikaans and make some sort of funk tune out of it. Can't even remember what I say. Yeah, come, Han. Okay, who even knows at this point? Cows and Farmer Melty and Pippi got my dog riled up. It's like, oh, that looks so much fun. Melty is brave, thank you. Cows are easy. They are pretty easy, just big. He's done it. Go Melt. Yeah, like it's also not the first time I've done that kind of vibe. They were pretty easy, all things considered. Sometimes you literally have to run. You have to be like sprinting to get in front of them or get them to go one way instead of another. So, all things considered, I didn't come off of it completely out of breath. So, I think it's a win for me. Melt and Pippi go zooming by. And just like that, Mel ruined the field trip for all of those baby cows. Oh, wow, so cool. What's all of this fresh grass? All of these different plants for me to destroy. Like all of the cows are now chilling in that area. Look at how much dust they kick up. Like I feel like my patience is being tested. I'm thinking about that dust and I'm getting irritated by imagining myself breathing it. Calm myself down. Oh, no, no, Swampy, you just gave me this idea. I want a TV show with cowboys from Texas, and they say they're going to have a cowboy competition, and Melt comes, and he's like, what, a cowboy? What I cowboy? What me? What me cowboy? Am I cowboying right now? Melty, you did a fine job, brother. Bless. Too bad Melt is frustrated. This is top tier entertainment to me. And I wasn't too frustrated. I was just kind of like, bruh, is this really what I'm doing right now? And then the more I thought about, bruh, is this really what I'm doing right now? I'm like, dude, you decided to talk about godlike patience. Of course. Of course, this is what's happening right now. What did you think? What did you think? You think it was going to be smooth sailing? You're going to show up with a stream topic like that, and the universe is going to just let you nilly willy, easy poo easy, just talk about it? Nah, bro. I'm going to have to have some life lessons getting in person schooled. Wow. Yeah, that tastes nice. The left side of my screen is slowly leaking cows. Where do they go? Will they return? You missed the spot. That's why I had the other gate open. Because I knew they would actually go the other way. I stepped in so much shit. Like because of them running in a certain direction, they're like, yeah. Enough said. I feel bad for enjoying this so much. No, that's good. I'm happy that you friends had fun watching me. And Pippi goes, and stay up. Yeah. Dogs are kicking butt. Best stream ever. Quality content. You friends are beautiful. I'm happy that you enjoyed it. I'll pay good money to watch this. You did. Today's stream's top notch. Love is true. Throwing contest in the mountain kid staple. Rabbit making it rain. Loonies and toonies. Love is true. Donation. Thank you for the love. I want to overshadow LA. I want to double her love and stuff. Bless. Thank you, Chopin. Overshadow me any day. That came out wrong, I think. No, I think you were just giving her the room to be her loving self. That took a weird turn. They appear to be my speciality, making things weird. Gala, this cafe giggly. What did y'all put in my tea? I feel that way as well, for what it's worth. I feel pretty giggly myself. Am I a light dye? No. I just haven't turned it back on again. I cannot get a good shot of her. Let's see if I do it like this. Now that is some quality content right there. A tired Pippi out in the wild. Is that spit hanging from her chin? Is that what I'm seeing right now? That's so gross. She's so cute though. Gouges hound, right? It's super hot. But she's making the most of it. She protect, yeah. Little dapper dogger. I'll be so fine. Oh, that's my dad. You just closed the cows in that camp. I think some of them got lost in that case. Well. Patience, you say? Let's see them theories in practice. I was like, brains. You realize that you asked for all of these moments. I'm blessed enough to be willing to receive them as well. Right? We're like, yeah, who would have had these moments with me today if not for you, friends? All right, who would have? Surely nobody. Nobody would have these moments quite like you would have them. If there was a record for how many times a person can check eBay tracking information a day, I would surely win. Doctor, that's very relatable, bro. I get the fractal, man. We like the information, dude. If we could, we would have like our brain chips actively update us every single time our package moves a single meter, bro. It's like, oh, your package is now 1 meter closer to you than it was. You'd be like, yeah, good, nice, nice. Your package is now another meter closer. Be like, yeah, nice. Your package just moved 2 meters. Do you want to check? You instantly check. Nice. 2 meters closer. Again. Oh, love is true. What are you getting, Duck Dad? If you're gonna let us know. Christmas present. I'm also curious. She protect. She wore out after chasing all of them giants. I think so. The heat alongside it, the super excited, little heart beating. It's probably what's taxing her right now. Like the amount of dust those cows are producing, it's like they're pumping it out. I think they're pushing each other around in the dust right now. Like I'm just happy it's not coming towards me. Like let me show you. Like, you can see how clear it looks back there. Look at that. Like how are they doing that, bro? I don't want to breathe that stuff. My dad is breathing that stuff right now. Daai het van hulle uitgekom, pa. Wat het ek oopgemaak? Daai ek was oop gewees. Daai ek was toe gewees, pa, hulle het daar ingekom. Ek het daai ding gaan toemaak en toe het ek daai hek oopgemaak om hulle weer uit te jaag. Want hulle is in die tuin gewees. Hulle is in die tuin gewees.
Maar wie moet hulle nou gaan haal daar?
Papa, hoekom het hulle nie kom wegjaag toe ek het gedoen het nie?
Want oom Hansie is hier so ek besig gehad.
En toe doen ek dit en nou beklei op hom met my daaroor.
Nee, maar dink nie maar
So I did it wrong apparently. I wasn't supposed to get the cows out of the yard.
maak klaar dat ons die besig gaan haal.
Nee,
Nie alleen doen nie.
ek gaan op nie help nie. Nie soms met my praat nie.
Maar ek sê dis wat jy gedoen het.
Het ek het gedoen.
Ek het die video oopgemaak.
Wie daai ding opgelos?
Oopgemaak.
Wie daai ding opgelos, pa?
Hulle het die ding oopgevat.
Pap het hom daar opgelos.
Hulle hoor
Pap, nee, hulle het nie, pa. Hy was oopgestaan gewees. Wat iemand hom beweeg het. Papa het dit gedoen. Yes, fuck that guy, dude. Like nobody makes me feel so cack like my dad can, bro. Like, fuck. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, nice. Okay. Patience, right? So much patience. Bro, this universe, that's such a way of teaching me. It's like kicking my teeth in, bro. It's like, yeah, fucking be patient. Asshole. Just keep kicking me. Oh, Simon. Kind of, not really. My wife was telling me a story the other day about a book she had as a kid that was really important to her. I'd never heard her talk about it in our 20 years together. Based on her decision, I found it on eBay, the original of 1993, and I just really wanted to make her smile. Bless, bro. I think she's going to appreciate it. Even if it doesn't come for Christmas, I'm still sure she'll appreciate it. I hope it does, however, come for Christmas, bro. Sending you lovin's, man. Patience is like bread, I say. I ran out of that yesterday. Yeah, I'm feeling particularly impatient right now. Like I want to fight something. I want to punch a bag or something. The fuck, bro. Like I don't know if your friends could hear how he was talking to me, but it wasn't nice. No. Lost. Cows can get lost. They're in that field. The field that they're usually in, if you're seeing them in the back of the stream. But now they're lost apparently. Like I feel like shit right now. Like I'm trying to think what I was supposed to do, right? What was I supposed to do differently? I was not supposed to help. I was supposed to be more patient. That was actually the right call, weirdly enough. That would have been the right call. Like I guess I'm trying to now, like I always do, I try to problem solve. Like, how can I have not been a disappointment to my father? And not helping was the way. And I'm like trying to adjust my algorithms to take that into consideration. Okay. All right, okay, cool, cool. Based on her description, I found it on eBay. Bless again. I would like a live stream of my packages, please. Yeah, I hope you do end up doing one, bro. Document that stuff. Did they just wander onto the wrong field? No. Me opening that gate, I think, was the thing that did it, right? Because they ended up going out, but they ended up entering, like I showed you, this little field area. So my dad went and closed that gate. And then when he came back from closing that gate, he started cussing at me like, who let the cows out? I was like, the cows were in the yard? And he's like, yo, who opened that gate? I'm like, I opened the gate to let them out. And he's like, yeah, how did they get into the yard? I'm like, someone didn't close that gate, and it was my dad. It was my dad who didn't close the gate. Because that's the only person who's here right now. Everybody else is on leave, right? It's vacation time. So it's my dad who left the gate open, and then all of the cows came in here. And then I was the one who got the shit end of the stick because of that. Bruh. Okay. I'm impatient. I'm impatiently looking forward to leaving. That is true. That is what I'm experiencing right now. Okay. Stealing, wrong field. Swampy's the book that teaches string games like Cat's Cradle. I'll post a pic in the general. Thank you. Cats in the Cradle by Ugly Kid Joe. What a track. Dad giving you shit for taking the cows out of the garden. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he is. No, no. Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Man on the Moon. Bro, your dad is just projecting. He's mad. He either didn't do it himself or he thought you wouldn't. And he had his whole worldview challenged. That's probably what ended up happening. More than likely. It's kind of fucking funny, dude. You know what? That's kind of funny. I don't know, I shouldn't laugh about this. I'm just thinking about the ego, bro, the ego implications. Oh, love is true. I I am growing. I am an adult. I am strong. I am capable. I don't know. I know that fight. Try to stay relaxed. Now it's just funny, bro. Now it's just kind of like embarrassing, really. Like it was toxic in my mind, where I was like, this toxic fucking asshole. Now it's just like, oh shame, this asshole. Like that's how I'm feeling instead, and I feel that's better, right? If it's just toxic, then I'm just like, it's like, why, bro? What did I do? Oh, what did I do to deserve being talked to like this? But when I think about insecurity, I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything. You just feel small, and you want to make me feel small so you can feel big. Okay, all right, okay, cool. No, 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 scoop, nope, nope, no, nope. Nope, no, just breathe and release. You can't fix this shit because it's not your shit. Yeah. How many kids do suffer that fractal though? Right? Like you can try. It sucks that leaving seems to be the only appropriate course of action. It feels like a cop out in some way, but I did my best. I tried. I tried to share my medicine, but you can lead a horse to the water, right? But Swampy, I know that fight too. My parents grounded me for an entire summer. I cleaned up my dad's entire garage and made it perfect. He grounded me because he didn't want me to clean his mess. Yeah, that's some insecurity and there's another word. Emasculinity? Like when you get emasculated, kind of vibe there. Feeling less like a man. How can I not disappoint my father? Perhaps try not being born. I think we were born to disappoint. Yeah, that checks out. Now that I really think about it, yeah. Sounds about right. Love is true though. At least I get to show up with friends like you that do appreciate me, that love me for who I am, even if I make mistakes. Let humans dream. Thank you, Bug. It's nice of you to be a little bit more quiet. I don't think I have any bud left. I have like maybe some crumbs. A few little crummy cookies. Yeah. Like a little bit. Maybe half a bowl or something. Or maybe try really hard to take someone's lapse in patience personally. You took initiative and did your honest best. You know what? I like that more actually. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. Because today's stream topic was about patience, right? And I did my best, as you said. And him being impatient with me was why he reacted that way. So it's up to me to pay attention to how I'm kind of creating my own projection at this point now. Again, bro, like it's just sucks, bro, feeling stuff like that. That's not much, but it's something. Breathe easy, we receive the shit and of the stick sometimes, but we are capable of handling it. So fuck that headache, brother. Yeah, this too shall pass. Take you, friends. I appreciate the love. I guess again, right? Like the suffering I'm experiencing is expectation, right? Like maybe I expected my dad to be happy that I took the initiative and got the cows out of the yard, because I can promise you, I can 100% promise you, if I didn't take the initiative, the the trees or the plants would have been more destroyed than they were, and then I would have heard about that. Love remains true. I can clearly see it here in chat right now. Joy, I can tell you 100% that Melanie will not disappoint me. Again, Brother Bear, I don't think Joy Vive actually believes either me or her are disappointments. We just realized that, sorry, Pepin, we just realized that since we've been born, that's kind of the only information that's communicated to us, right? Like when we do something right, it's like they expect us to do that right thing. The dust is washing over me. No, I really wish I could say it was the smoke, but I don't want to breathe dirt. No, thank you. I don't want to breathe no dirt. Okay, the wind changed again. So I don't think Joy Vive's intention comes from like, oh yeah, we were our disappointments to our family. It's just that's what they end up vocalizing. And then when we started doing things right, they're completely quiet about that, because admitting that we're doing something right is somehow, again, an attack on their egos somehow, right? So it's this weird catch-22 of like, there's no real winning when it comes to parents like that. There's just kind of being like, okay, hey, me, bless you, friends, nice seeing your name. No. Take responsibility where it's needed, but don't let someone delegate their responsibility onto you, sort of thing. Yeah, she hasn't disappointed you yet. Wait until she's a teenager, duck. Melt and family, we will become the fathers and mothers that we wanted to have. And the next generation will write this planet's trajectory. I hope so, bro. Like the amount of freaking dust. Can you see it? I think you can see the amount of dust washing over me right now. Like it's bad. I don't know if it. You can see the haziness on that window as well. Like that's the dust, bro. You can see that line. You see that line? That line is the shadow of this rope casting a shadow, bro. It's you can now see the wafts. It's straight up causing me to be more and more angry, dude. My patience is getting tested. I need to move away from here. Love is true. Love is true, bro. So it be, man. So it be. Wind changed a little bit again. Did it? Still kind of coming my way, but I think there are other winds helping. What's up, Cal? You can feel that Cal looking at me, bro. Yeah, I see you. I see you too. I looked away. I come. Absolutely, bro. Again, bless you, Doc Dad. Thank you for taking care of your little one. Can't be disappointed if I know it's coming. This kid is 100% girl me. Winter is coming. Let the man dream, not just a girl who was a teenager. Girl, let humans dream. We appreciate you so much, Melty. I appreciate you, friends, too. Seriously. If it wasn't for you, friends, I think the wheels might have come off a while ago. Like, I try to, and I do this, right? I try to imagine trajectories, like the fractals of decision making. And the fractal that I lived where I didn't make the decision to show up for you, friends, I cannot I cannot even imagine it. I don't even know if it's possible. Your friends have become a very big part of my life, and I appreciate you for that. Sending every single one of you's loves. Here, we keep reading some comments. Let's collectively send Melt a big hug. I'll give myself one to receive it. Thank you. Expecting praise, but receiving lectures is a heavy pill. I wasn't expecting praise even. I was like, definitely not expecting praise. Not from my dad. I was expecting a donkey. But no, no, not even that. There's so much more friends here right now. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I think we have 16, plus me, 17 souls that have decided to come together in this moment. Today's stream topic was about godlike patience. Took us a few places. Brother Joe Schmo beautifully shared this perspective that patience is technically something we experience as a human being living a linear life, right? That you can be patient until the end of the day, waiting for something, until the end of the week, until next year. However, if there is no next week, next year, if everything is happening all at the same time in this moment, are you more patient or less patient? I argued you'd be more patient. You would have godlike patience because you could know everything, see everything, understand the unfurling of everything, and at the same time be still, be there, not disappear, not run away, not start screaming, not end it, not stop it. Right? That's an extreme amount of patience. So I appreciate you, friends, for having the patience to be here in this moment, to have this conversation with me right now. It's a blessing. Truly, you're more powerful than you know. We distance ourselves from that level of negative energy because we realize that it doesn't serve the higher cause. It's a lifelong process, and it's never easy with loved ones. I feel like the roughest part is like the disappointment that comes along with it, right? That not only does it not serve the highest cause, but it actively doesn't serve, right? Like it's the opposite of serving the highest cause. Thank you, Simon, for donating some love, bro. It's like it's like watching your child fail, but the other way around, right? Like I don't know if it's pretentious for me to say stuff like that about my parents, but yeah, you know what? It's like that concern that arises when we watch, our grandparents work with technology, and you can see them like struggling, right? And that level of like, you're having a hard time using that cell phone. You're having a hard time loving your family. You have a hard time not projecting meanness. How old are you? Right? Oh, you're 55, 50, 53, 54? Wow. You've had so much time to not make these mistakes. Right? I feel like again the reason it causes me concern is because like we see our grandparents, for example, struggle with technology. And there's a certain part of ourselves that feels scared of seeing that in ourselves as well. Like if the technology keeps evolving, and it will, are we eventually going to be the grandparents that don't know how to use the new technology that the youngins are using? Part of me would like to believe no, because we grew up with it, right? We came into existence with technology being a thing, computers being a thing, right? So I don't think that's going to go away for us necessarily, but it's like something that becomes a norm, something that becomes second nature, right? Isn't happening at all for someone else, for your family, for the ones you love. What's the word you used exactly? Loved ones, yeah. And it causes concern. And that concern, is something that I've tried remedying through conversation, try to get something done by talking about it. But talking about it is just met with an extreme amount of reflection and denial and shame and guilt and unwillingness to listen, an inability to accept fault, constantly trying to redirect, misdirect, create because that's why I so narrative, make yourself the victim. Like it's too sticky to get involved with, right? So I ended up just not having these conversations anymore. His dad was blame shifting. Thank you for these moments. Sometimes the rawness can be daunting. I appreciate you, brother. It's a daily battle to maintain this level of positivity. Love is true, dude. I'm not fighting a battle. I am living the truth. I appreciate the way you articulated it. And a part of me was like, yeah, I am fighting a battle. But then I was like, no, no, you're just showing up for what is. Sure, it can be a battle showing up for what is, but think of it like waking up. I'm like waking up. I am like breathing air. I am like being loving. That's the way it's supposed to be, surely. This world and the stories we tell ourselves about what's important is the thing that reduces that, not in actuality, but in our own ego minds, of the narratives we create in other people's. Those counts are loud. You got this. Nice, Simon. Bless, bro. Cowgate fractal donation. You perform on an impressive level, my dude. You're doing good things in this moment and in this existence. You are showing the purity of love amidst your own turmoil. I salute you, sir. Thank you for flattering me, bro. Sending me so much love, man. Remembering that time when Melt was being tormented by bees the entire stream. That was some patience right there. I do remember that one. Where the bee like came up to my face and stuff. And I was just like, bruh. Bruh. Also, just that one day, I see Kate is here too. Hey, Kate. I'm doing fine. I feel like I'm impatient. Impatient, but calmly so. Right? Like instead of it being like an impatience where it's like, and like tapping your feet and being like, it's it's like that, but without the arms crossed and tapping my feet part being visible. Right? And it manifests in different ways. That arm cross tapping of feet energy. But I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm grateful for this moment to be able to breathe air, to be able to see my doggo, to be able to hear. So love is true. How are you doing, Kate? How's things on your side of the world? Love bees, but not wasps. Wasps are just misunderstood. You should love them too. I agree. Weirdly enough, I had hatred for spiders for a while. And that spider hatred, for some reason, made me love wasps a little bit more because I learned that the number one predator of spiders are wasps. And I was like, oh, how about that? Got stung in the neck by a wasp while riding my bike as a kid. That does kind of suck, bro. I'm sorry. Wasp trauma. Cows are losing their damn minds right now with the mooing. Observe the discomfort, choosing love in the end. I was drinking from a Sprite can when I was a kid and got stung on the upper lip by a wasp when I was drinking the top can. That sucked. That happened to me too, but I was drinking a Coca Cola. The exact same thing. Bee went into my can, I went to drink my Coke, and then bee stung my lip. And my lip was like swollen and it sucked. That was not a fun day. Of course, we share that synchronicity as well, Joe Schmo. Face like a banana. Jeez, Joe, that's rough. I got stung in the throat in the back seat of a car. It got stuck in the front. It got sucked in the front window and zap. Couldn't help but sting a bit. Oh, Luke, I'm sorry you went through that as well. Hey, Shell. We're talking about patience today, friend. Talking about patience, right? I'm happy that our parents were patient enough with us as kids. Losing our minds, getting a bee sting, knowing that we're not gonna die, but we act as if we will. Let's pull a card, shall we, friends? I got stung on my forehead and still have a weird lump there. I think it's an emerging antenna. I'm becoming Wasp Man. That's hilarious. Mojo the Wasp Man. What kind of superpowers does Wasp Man have? Is my question. Right? Are you going to like get wings, like wasp superpowers? You have the ability to control wasps with your wasp tenna. Is your wasp tenna gonna mind control you or something? What? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're talking about freaking wasp antennas right now. Wasp tennas. I feel like we have long since passed the threshold of normal conversation. I have been really sick for a couple of days now. Not sure what it is, but I'm pretty miserable still. We had Jovan also go through a bout recently of being like super sick. Uh, she started feeling better today, a little bit at least. So I'm hoping that you'll feel better real soon as well, Kate. You want to tell us what type of sick you're feeling? And if not, we can all in space, in this space, imagine Kate, just feeling better, right? Just imagine her clearly breathing, not having any difficulty, not having any discomfort. We love Super Shell, that we do. I gained more appreciation for cows today. Thanks, dude. Thank you for joining us, for patiently hanging in here with me. Hang in there, stay hydrated, Kay. Good advice. Left to visit some shops, came back, still hearing the cows mooing. Yeah, it seems to be the vibe right now. Here's the card. I feel this card isn't really related to today's stream topic, but it has like energy that I feel is associated, right? In a weird way, in like a paradoxical way. We pulled Garden of the Lights. Garden of the Lights. Flowers and a little dragon. It's not exactly Spyro, but it's still cute looking. A dragon fruit. Those cactus flower blooming underneath the moonlight. This card is about surprise, right? I don't know if you can be patient for surprises, right? That's why I'm thinking like it's paradoxically right? Like there's no patience in surprising someone. Can you? I mean, you can be patient. You can like patiently wait until you have the thing that you want to give someone, or maybe you bought a present for someone and then you patiently wait until it's Christmas or their birthday before giving it to them. So yeah, I still think patience can tune into this card. I'm sorry you're sick. Do you have chicken noodle soup? Good question. Cows expressing existential angst for the collective. I guess there's no napping when the cows are near. Nope. I literally have to put plugs in my ears. Cows will keep you awake, that's for sure. That's true. I had chicken noodle soup this morning, Shell. Did not eat anything yesterday, just weak and no energy. Oh, that's the worst. I'm so sorry. This stream has been a garden of the lights, right? It does feel kind of appropriate, I must say as well. Joy, it really has. So I connect this card to Kayana. A chat with her has the reason was I was late for stream today. Sync my side as well. Bless you, Joe. Thank you for joining us. Look at how bright that is right now. It feels kind of surreal. The sun is shining through that window. What am I doing? I don't know. I was being weird. I forget that there are other people looking at me sometimes. I have to dissociate. All right. Wait a second. There are people that love me on the other side of the stream, paying attention, judging me. Judging you, I'll say sweet. Yeah, okay. Garden of the Lights, card number 36. Let's read what it means, shall we? Joe, the flood, playing in my swamp. Brilliant Friday fractal. Friends, be sure to hydrate. Hope you feel better soon. Love is true. Thank you for sending her your healing energy as well. Let her know that you've gotten better, right? Tell her how quickly it happened. You know, how strong you feel right now after having been through the week experience as well. Surprises. Life is always surprising. What else are we patient for? That is true. That is true. It's a good one, actually. We don't judge you too harshly, friend. I know. You friends are good with it, right? Like uh, you judge with less involvement. I think that would be the way to say it, right? Like you friends judge me, but you don't judge me like it affects you. right? Sometimes we judge people because judging them or not reflects one way on us, right? That's what's happening with the internet in large part. That's what cancer. Oh, this judgment is now what we're judging, whether or not I align with the person being judged or against judging, says something about me, and then we judge together. Where you friends judging me is usually like it's inconsequential, you know, lovingly. At least that's the way I try to think of it. Melty, have no fear. We're always here to judge. Love a friend who is confident in telling me what I need to hear, like it or not. Thank you, Luke. Love to you, bro. Sometimes it's hard finding people that appreciate that. So, surprises. I know sometimes I've been patient because I just didn't give a fuck about something, which somehow seems skewed. Weirdly enough, Nancy, I participated in that energy. I don't know if you were here for that part of the stream, but I participated in that energy for a bit. The being patient by not caring, being like I don't care, right? And then having patience. And weirdly enough, that patience was very fleeting. It got depleted. The bar of patience it gave me was like short lived in comparison to true patience. So I get what you're saying. Sending you love on your journey as well. Nancy being right. Surprises. The geometry of this card is a dodecahedron nested within a star tetrahedron. You might say this is a vehicle of heaven, a place to play with magic and delight. Joyfully enter the garden of delights. Take pleasure in the beauty of this glorious night blooming cactus and its white flowers, commonly called the Taya, moonflower, or queen of the night. This exotic fruit, the exotic fruit of this nocturnal delight is known as the dragon fruit. It is sweet, juicy, crisp, and gorgeous. What a surprise to find a playful, happy dragon inhabiting the garden. This card suggests that you envision your life as a garden of delights and look forward to surprises. I was surprised by those cows being in the garden. You never know when enchantment, amusement, you friends were amused, and revelation will astonish and amaze you. Look for them everywhere. Appreciate and savor the arrival of something unexpected. Laugh with this little dragon and enjoy the awe and wonder he imparts. See surprises as marvelous gifts. The sun is fireball lasering at me right now. That's a lot. Dragon fruit cheesecake. Is that a wheat strain or just like an actual cheesecake? Like my brain wants to keep my eyes closed with the amount of brightness that is gajinkings towards me right now. I'm gonna play my kalimba. I'm gonna absorb a little bit more vitamin D. I'm gonna continue sitting here. Maybe I'll play closed-eyed. We'll do 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Is this the view? There's no clouds anywhere, so it's not gonna get better, unfortunately. This'll be fine. Let's go. And just like that, we kalimbad. We yes? Yes, ba? Yes, kalimbad? Trying to remember yesterday's Jovan messages. They were so cute. Oh, okay. Let's see. Are the messages not loading? Oh, close them and try them back. Yeah, Yilimba. That's the one. Yilimba. Yeah. Oh, makes my heart happy. So appreciate it. I feel so lucky. Exciting morning of patience. Nice one, Javan. I'm looking forward to reading it. Let's see. Our final message, our Giovannified Chan message. It goes something like, have the most enchanting day, everyone. You're for really realser, so very massively, muchly, mucho grundo. Lovingly awaited, methodically maintained, melt more. And all of you, oh so very endearingly, impressively, honorably, intelligently, collectively, collectedly, connectedly, correctly, reflectively, respectively, authentically, wholesome, humanimal critter creatures pursuing godlike patience. As we appreciate you, dear Joe, thank you. Pursuing godlike patience. To have patience as God would have patience. To realize that it is godlike to have patience at all. You see that loop? Again, what does it look like to have godlike patience? And then realizing that to have patience is godlike. Right? You can train a dog to not instantly eat a piece of food out of the risk of not getting another piece of food. But if you put a piece of meat on the floor, the dog isn't going to be patient. It's not going to be patient, waiting for the right time to eat that piece of meat. No, that meat's going to get ate right now. So we as human beings have this ability to be patient, right? It's a godlike power that every single one of us have. So thank you, dear friends, for pursuing it with me. Thank you, Joe, for honoring this pursuit as well. Nice one, Jovan. There are some amazing spirits attached to this fractal, and I'm grateful for every single day that I get to interact with all of you. As we are grateful for your interactions as well, Joshmo. You are one of those amazing spirits attached to this space, to this fractal. I feel the same way, Joe. So much gratitude, so much love for all of you. Now that's a mighty message, Joe. Jovan, I don't have adequate words. Just love you. Yes, we do. There's no chewing that meat. That's the big thing, right? The not chewing it. Or like I'll give my animals a piece of, my food that I'm like savoring and like properly chewing and like appreciating the flavors. And then I give them a piece and they go and I'm like, bro, it would taste better if you chewed. It would taste better. If you were a little bit more patient, it would taste better, I promise. No. I mean, love is true. My dog patiently waits for the right opportunity to snatch it with godlike speed. Yes. Oh, Simon, so happy to see you here. So much love. And it melt infinitely into melting. Thank you, friends, for melting with me. So freaking beautiful, so shiny, so love. I'll see you, friends, again soon. The sounds. I think I missed. There we go, Kristen. The sound, your gentle voice is in my head. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me again. I'll see you soon, tomorrow. 24 hours and back here again. I'll probably be somewhere else. I'll probably be somewhere else. We'll see. We'll find out together. I don't even know. Love yous. Thank you for joining me. Until we do this again. Goodbye, everybody. Love you.